We are going to stand up with the American people, and we're not going to take orders from the executive branch, which is utterly humiliating and self-defeating for a member of the Article I branch of the Congress of the United States. The gentleman, I think, accuses us of something I think he called the deranged Trump syndrome, which I can only imagine means following a president who plunges the country into an illegal, unauthorized, undeclared war, spending $1 or $2 billion a day, and then not asking any questions about it because somehow you think your political destiny is intertwined with the president, who has shown no loyalty to the people who show loyalty to him. But that's a personal problem on their part. But no, we don't have deranged Trump syndrome. I think that falls on that side of the aisle.
Step back and understand the Democrats' position for a second. First, they were for a wide open border. You don't have to take my word for it. Just remember what we saw every single day for 4 years of the Biden administration, people lining up on the southern border, camping out under the bridges on the various towns along the border. Open 8 to 10 million people in a 4-year time. They were all fine with that. Lost track of 300,000 kids during that time. Then their another position, abolish ICE. Don't want to enforce our immigration laws. No. We got to abolish ICE. As if being doxxed, tracked, harassed, spit on, sworn at, attacked, death threats for ICE agents and their families. As if that wasn't enough, now the Democrats say, we want to get rid of them altogether. That's really going to help the situation in our country. And then third, they're for sanctuary jurisdictions. We just passed legislation in our committee 2 weeks ago to deal with this. 18 cities, 11 states, 3 counties, District of Columbia, representing 31.5% of the population of this country reside in a jurisdiction where left-wing political leaders tell local law enforcement, don't work with federal law enforcement when it comes to enforcing federal law. Maybe one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. But that is their position. And guess what? Last year alone, 17,864 times a detainer was filed at the local jail, local detention center when an illegal migrant was in that facility and charged with another crime, and ICE files a detainer and says, if you're going to let him out, give us a heads up. Just tell us. We'll come apprehend the individual there in the jail so we don't have to do it on the street where our agents are going to be spit on, harassed, sworn at, and attacked. Just let us do it at the jail. And these jurisdictions say no. And now here we are today. The final one. If you find some fraudster who's a naturalized citizen, rips off the taxpayers, you can't deport him. They're like, no, we're not going to deport him. We're going to give him, as the chairman said, sanctuary here in the country. This is the most ridiculous positions. Open border, abolish ICE, sanctuary jurisdiction, don't deport fraudsters who are here. I mean, this is craziness, but that's their position. And this bill is so common sense. So I want to thank Mr. Taylor for sponsoring this legislation. You know, what was it? Sarah Huckabee Sanders a few years ago said in the response to President Biden, the divide in America today is normal versus crazy. This is just normal common sense stuff. Every position they take is crazy.